Hello, everyone. Not quite a good morning, though. But welcome to our live feed update for September 6th. I'm your host, Taran Armstrong, and I'm here today to update you on everything that happened yesterday on the Big Brother 27 live feeds. It was day 60 in the house, and we're not happy. We're not happy today. With me to talk about why we're not happy today is AJ. How you doing, AJ?
There, and I'm in mourning. I am grieving the loss of genuinely one of the greatest people this season. Like, what is the season? What is the season out there? Truly.
Yeah. AJ, if you're not watching the video, is in full mourning gear. And I don't mean in the good morning sense.
Mm-mm. This is so sad.
We are here to let you know what's been happening. If you haven't heard, the feeds came back finally last night after Big Brother Unlocked. And in fact, somebody was eliminated. And they used the word eliminated because they were not evicted from the game. And that person was Rachel Riley. So let me try my best to explain what happened, because we were able to get some bits and pieces here. Basically, after the eviction, they went outside and did their white locust thing, or at least one at a time. They went outside. Basically, they played the reindeer games game, is what we have been able to surmise. And if you had not seen reindeer games, then let me try my best to explain it. Basically, on reindeer games, a show titled for like how silly and stupid it is, a 4-day game that was entirely about competitions. There was an episode, an elimination that took place that went in the form of a safety chain, but wasn't quite like that. On reindeer games, as I said, the game was primarily about competitions with a side bit of social strategy. The social strategy, more than anything, just meant to cause a little bit of drama more so than actually have any real impact, because at the end of the day, it was about winning the competitions. So how this worked was somebody started the chain by choosing somebody to compete one at a time in what was on that season or on that show, a hamster wheel maze, where they had to like roll like a ball or something along a maze by like rocking a hamster wheel back and forth, something along those lines. They had a certain amount of time to complete that challenge. And then after they completed it, they would choose the next person to go and compete. And that next person would have less time to compete in the challenge. If anybody did not complete the challenge in the time limit given to them, they would be eliminated from reindeer games. Now, when we heard that there were some rumors that this reindeer games competition might be coming onto Big Brother proper, I, of course, I guess stupidly made the assumption that they would obviously adapt this into a form that works for Big Brother, because you don't just get auto eliminated for not completing a competition in time on Big Brother. That's not how the show works. Unless it's day one, I guess, and you're doing those evictions, the ones that everybody hates. So, we anticipated that would be the case. That was not the case. That they actually just kept the format from a show called Reindeer Games, and put it into Big Brother 60 days in, meaning that the person who was eliminated from this competition, as we know, Rachel Riley, was eliminated from the show without having been nominated, without having any eviction votes cast against them. In Rachel's case, she wasn't even targeted in the competition. She was chosen to keep her safe at a good amount of time. She just didn't perform well in the comp and therefore was eliminated from the game. So nobody even took her out. Nobody tried to get her out. She just screwed up a competition. And just like that, having never been nominated all season long, having never had a vote cast against her, Rachel is gone.
Like, Taran, you were so very eloquently explained what went down. But this is active BS. Like, it's stupid, it's dumb, it should not have occurred. Like, full stop. When I first heard what it was going to be, I was thinking they were going to do what they did in like BB Camp, right? With the safety chain, where it's like you give safety to one person, the last two people, you're up for elimination, nomination to be evicted. I'm like, I can deal with that. I can live with that. Because at the end of the day, it's still Big Brother. You're still doing an eviction vote. Because the purpose of Big Brother, the thing about Big Brother is any person, any one person, no matter how good or bad of a position you are in, you are able to rise to power and shape the game how you want by nominating people that you may want to go home or do any other strategic things with. But this takes all of that out of it. Like, there is some strategy that is involved with this safety chain, but it's truly genuinely just like, hey, did you happen to be in the position where you had enough time to complete this stupid carnival challenge? And like the fact that we lost like a legend in Rachel Riley, like you said, the woman who was never nominated this season, despite the fact that she has so many shooting at her. So many ops in this game. She was able to manipulate HOHs. She was able to win competition. She was able to socially strategize her way into out of trouble. And yet, because of a stupid little carnival game, that she wasn't even the target of, Taran. She was like, it would have been one thing if it was like Kelly was the sixth person. She's like, oh, Rachel's going to be in a tough position because there's so little time left to complete it now. Then I'll be like, okay, Rachel got played. It's still BS. But like Morgan's cocky, arrogant ass over here throwing the competition, just like apparently not completing it, was like, let me just keep Rachel safe. Just assuming that Rachel's on the same level. Rachel was clearly not on the same level. Things happen. Like, Taran, 5, 6, 7 years ago, I remember just sitting in my living room watching a woman fail to complete a 6-piece puzzle for her life. Like, you cannot count on like some stupid mess like this to like keep someone that you want safe. Like, it's stupid. It makes no sense. Like, I think there are actively bad Big Brother twists. Things like the festies, besties, stuff like Zombie Week that like are actively terrible. Things that halt the momentum of the game. This is not Big Brother. We are not playing Big Brother at this point anymore. Like, this is a whole different show, a whole different game. So why are we doing it? Like that's why I hate twists like that. This like the battle of the block, things like the coup d'état, where you're taking the core being a Big Brother and throwing it away for what? So on Tuesday you can have a nice looking show. Like, it's you got a nice little setup. We got Tyler Crispin in the house, bruh. If that's what you want, let me tell you something. Put more energy in your product. Like, try harder with the show. Like, has the show been better this season? I agree. I think it has been. Than like the average Big Brother season. But it's still not great. We're not watching Survivor. We're not watching some cinematic masterpiece that's going to win them an Emmy. Like, no, it's still a stupid show where at the end of the day, like, people get slimed and gooped on. So, like, do better. Because let me tell you something. They did not want Rachel to lose. They did not want Rachel out of this position. Because this season would have been absolute trash, garbage without this woman. Like, everything that you love about the season, everything you like about the season is because of Rachel Riley. And the fact that she so unceremoniously got taken out, it's just some bull. Like, who is the production team that was like, hey, I got a great idea for a twist? Like many people said last night, they should have just did a double. They actively should just did double. Like, what are we doing? Like that would have been better. Because you have to fucking AI, not AI arena, whatever. Then you should get rid of it because Blockbuster, thank you. Because it should not be here in the final 8. The HOH, we haven't got to that yet, should not still be nominating 3 people for that. There is so little room. Get back to normal Big Brother. Like, what are we doing here, Taran? Like, explain it to me like I'm a freaking child because it makes no sense. Fire them all.
What are we actually doing here?
Yeah. I mean, you know, for so many reasons. But this is not Big Brother. It's just not. It's literally just borrowing from different shows that are not Big Brother. The entire point of Big Brother, the entire foundation of it, has always been built on votes. You know, Rachel essentially Caitlin Hermaning herself out of the game is pretty different when Caitlin Herman was voted out first. Rachel was not. On top of the fact that this happened to Rachel, who was the biggest character on the season, the entire season being built on who will finally take a shot at Rachel. Turns out nobody. Turns out all of that storytelling and tension building has been for nothing because she's just gone because she screwed up a competition. That's just bad for the show. It's just bad for the show.
And like here's the thing. It's not like this is a Rachel specific thing, folks. It's not because I like Rachel. Rachel's my favorite person in the season. I'm this upset. Because let me tell you something. If Rachel's the first member of the jury, makes a lot of sense. Rachel has been playing a messy game where it would have made perfect sense if she was voted out this week. Like I can see multiple worlds and scenarios. It's like because if it's like something I don't care about, like Kelly, that's still would I be dressed up? No, I wouldn't be dressed up. I'm gonna be about 50 with you, but I would still be like, this is some bull. Like full stop. So anticlimactic.
Yeah, nobody should leave this way. It's just the way that it is. You know, I tweeted out before we found out who it happened to, because there were rumors that this might have happened, that regardless of who this happens to, it is probably the worst individual twist that the show has ever done. People will try to say, well, people are only upset because it was Rachel. And maybe for some people that's true. But even if that is true, and it's not for me, let's be clear. Again, I made a tweet earlier. But even if it was true, that's still bad. That's still a problem. It's like that still means that production screwed up. This is the production equivalent of nominating your own ally. If your worst case scenario is absolute disaster, then you're just as bad as the players have been all season. Like, what are you doing? And they're going to do their best to make this the player's fault, right? Like when they show this on the episode, they're going to show Ava not picking Rachel first. They're going to show, oh, if Rachel hadn't touched her, then maybe Ava would have picked her first. If Vince hadn't picked Lauren, we'll get into it. If Rachel hadn't wanted to go when she did. The fact is, Rachel got a good position in the order that was not intended to put her in danger. No player took her out of the game. The competition did. And by extension, the producers did, by changing the foundational heart of the show and removing any chance at facing an actual eviction vote. In my book, I write about how Big Brother is a reflection of society, from the ways that the players interact with each other to the ways that producer choices can, intentional or not, shape those interactions, structuring the game in ways that can empower some while disenfranchising others. They've been pushing the show into a more competitive direction for years now, and results like this are simply a byproduct of that. I can't imagine that they're pleased with it, but as Rachel said, they fucked around and now we've all found out. So, as you asked, what are we doing here?
This is RHAP. We know reality TV.